Welcome to the AGEish podcast. Authentically and unapologetically keeping it real. Discussing all things middle-age-ish. A time when metabolism slows and confidence grows. Join fashion and fitness entrepreneur Ashley Badowski, former Celtic woman and founder of the Lisa Kelly Voice Academy, Lisa Kelly, licensed psychologist and mental health expert, Dr. Pam Wright, and highly sought-after cosmetic injector and board-certified nurse practitioner, Trisha Kennedy Roman. Join your hosts on the journey of middle-age-ish.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of AGEish Podcast. My name is Trisha Kennedy Roman, and I'm joined here today with my co-host, Ashley Badowski, Lisa Kelly, and Dr. Pam Wright, and you're joining us for our Sova Talks, so welcome.
Hey.
We have been talking for a long time before this, so we had to hit record to get something on air because we like to talk.
We'd have to do like a bonus content.
Yes.
Of like X-rated.
I was like, that talk can never see. That needs to be the burner phone.
That's the burner phone.
This
can
is
never see the light of day.
The burner phone conversation. But anyway.
Oh, yes.
But I do think that we have some really exciting things to talk about.
Yeah.
We do.
I know. I think like some children making some big.
Yes. It's our dancer family's Pam.
Our dancer families.
It is. And I think that it's super cool when moms brag on their babies.
Yeah. It's,
and so
it's been an exciting week. Well, for my kids, we are at the World Championships in Scotland, which is a really, really long 7 days of like thousands and thousands of kids from all over the world. So they all qualify in their regional areas, and then they do a nationals area. So every country has like a most countries, bigger countries, have a regional and then a nationals, and then you qualify at those for the world event. So my daughter Ellie, who has only been to maybe 4 world championships, she's never recalled at a world championship. So there's usually like 200, 250 girls.
And recall just means that they're called back, like they perform and they get asked to come back.
Correct. Okay. And they come back and they do their 2 rounds. And then so what they do for girls, because there's so many of them, they change the rules. So Ellie danced on Tuesday this week and she did her 2 rounds, and then they recall them onto Wednesday, and then they start it all over again. So they take a portion of them. So there was like 260 of them yesterday. So they recall then 130 of them today.
Okay.
So she went back today, and honestly, to get back to today was a huge thing for her because she's never done that before. So then she did her first 2 rounds today, and then they recall 70, or what did I say, 62 maybe today. Yeah. They recalled 62 today, and she was one of the 62 they recalled today. So she got down to the final 62 out of the 220 that were there today. Wow. And then she managed to get herself 10th position today.
That's so amazing.
In the world.
Which
so freaking amazing.
I'm so happy for her.
Unexpected. And it was like one of those moments that everybody in the house, the remaining ones in our house, we were like, oh my gosh, how did this actually happen for her? Like, she's worked really, really hard, but that's not always enough when it comes to Irish dance.
Right. Well, so, I think in any genre, you can want it and love it.
Yes.
And it still is not, it's just not in the cards.
There. And there's so many factors in Irish dance. It's been like, it's been a very hard year and a half for Irish dance. So it's been amazing. It was just amazing. I was so happy for her today. She can't believe it herself. So that was very exciting.
Well, what did she say when she won? What was her?
Well, I couldn't talk because I was teaching, so I didn't know. And I was, my phone was going mad, and she was calling me, and I felt so bad. And I actually, as I was saying to you earlier, I got rid of my private classes yesterday because I thought I was going to be consoling her yesterday. And I moved everything today because I didn't think she'd be dancing today. And then that's what I get for assuming. And so she's just in absolute disbelief herself. And everybody was so nice to her. I think Irish dance has been one of those things. I didn't grow up in Irish dance. Right. So it's all very new to me. And I have met the most amazing people. And I have really met the most awful people as well. It's been a real learning curve of there's so many
the extreme of both.
It is. And I didn't grow up in sport either. And I know from talking to all my parents, my friends, they're like, oh no, sport is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So this is all, I didn't really grow up in a very competitive environment. I'm just not like that. As a person, I'm not competitive at all. So I don't understand it. So I don't even understand when passions get so high about things. I'm like, it's only dance. fine. you know, so they want to kill me. Yeah. I'm really like the person that wants both teams to win, you know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I want the underdog all the time to win. And she was the underdog today, and I'm just so happy for her. So, yeah, so then Jack dances on Friday, and my husband Scott has like 66 other kids that have been crying on his shoulder and hugging him, and he's done a phenomenal job. So, really proud of them. Really
Congratulations, Ellie. We're so proud of you. And good luck to Jack.
Well, isn't it just amazing, like, as parents, as moms, like, we feel 100 times whatever they're feeling. So if it's joy, we literally probably have to regulate our heart rate or we're going to be calling 911.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, because you guys know my favorite saying is that you're only as happy as your saddest child.
Yep.
So when they have those moments of just such joy, Pam knows, like, it's just, like, there's just no better day. No. Like, there's no better day.
This is true. And when they're sad, you're so sad. So it's like,
I know. It seriously, like, you feel it. You feel 1,000 times on either side. When they're happy, you just can't contain it. When things don't go their way, you take it on and it's 10 times worse. So
hard. So hard. So tell us about Kylan, Pam.
Oh gosh. Okay, so today's my son's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I know. But he's in Miami, so he does dance in Miami, and he won first place this past weekend at Jump over like 100 people. So that was like amazing.
Freaking
so
amazing
he's done
too.
so great. But he got to come up, and him and his sister are really super close. Like, they're best friends. Like, literally are best friends. Like, they just have always been close, never really fought, 2 years apart. So he got to go to prom with her. That was great. And then just being, so far away, it's really hard, but it's so great to see him and see him be successful and see him doing better and those kind of things. But you're right. I mean, your kids, no matter how far away they are, just like yours, like when you see them be successful, like, you're just so happy about their success.
I know.
And
It's just such a special joy that parents should and do get to experience when you see your little precious human, just do what their love is. And I think it's such a gift that we're given, to be able to witness it. So it's just amazing.
Yep.
And again, Pam, your son, his ability.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
incredible.
and that's why I cannot wait to see Ellie's performance. I'm so excited.
She's so excited.
I'm so excited.
She was so amazing.
The fact that they can do what they do, like, that's what we were talking about. Because I didn't really know anything about Irish dance until I met you, Lisa. And I still am, like, just absolutely stunned at both of y'all's kids' ability, because I just didn't know bodies did that.
I know.
It's so funny. I get more nervous. I was telling Lisa, I was like, I get more nervous. Like, what? Like, they're fine. She's like, I know. We do this all the time. We're good. We're going to go. And I'm like, I get so nervous for them that I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay?
No control. You're like,
Yes.
I wish I could do that. Well, I don't want to do it for them because obviously I can't dance. So there's like no hope of me doing it. But
I don't believe that.
Oh, no, I can't. No.
Really?
Yeah, no.
No, I think it would be good.
Okay. She's
So there's
only
going to
given
be
one.
singing, but no dancing, and
Have
dancing,
you
but
heard
no
her
singing.
voice? So the angels only blessed her once.
There you go.
You know?
Thank you.
So if we go to karaoke, Ashley and I will be dancing.
Absolutely
Trisha
not.
And Lisa will sing because you
can't
actually
sing.
have
But
a
I'm sure
singing
she can
voice
dance
too.
as well. She can dance.
I can't
You
sing.
can dance too.
I
Yeah,
can't sing.
Trisha's gonna do everything.
You can dance.
I could dance, but I can't sing. So I was like, we're gonna
Oh my
dance.
gosh. Well, I can dance when Tito's is involved, and then I am like
Done.
I am amazing.
Well, I'll just say
But I
you
can
just
also
be the
sing.
backup dancers.
Oh, I could do that. Kind of
Yeah.
like what is it like? What was that one? Robert Plant.
Oh yeah,
It is like
girls,
those
yeah,
girls.
yeah.
Yes, I can
Yes.
totally do that. Yeah,
Perfect.
I know.
We'll spray
It's
paint our hair black and like wear the
Absolutely.
black dress and like
1,000%. Yes, because that's when I'm really. But I also think that's when I think I can be Lisa Kelly too.
I'll give you the mic.
So maybe we'll do both.
Oh, I mean, I know we talk about this all the time, our girls' weekend, but it is going to be epic.
You know, by the time we do it, we're going to be 80.
I know that's probably true.
Yeah, by the time.
No,
But
we've set the time frame now.
But I will tell
General.
you, we'll be the most badass 80-year-olds
Yes,
on
we
the
will.
planet.
It'll be like, welcome
we
to the
will.
old and decrepit podcast.
Oh my God, seriously, because that stuff just makes me so happy. Like, this is totally off the subject, but I got Def Leppard tickets for July.
That's awesome.
Absolutely about to lose my mind.
That's amazing. Good old Joey
love
Elliott. He lived in Dublin for the
he
longest
really?
time. Yeah, he was married to an Irish girl.
Oh,
I don't know if
Def
they were
Leppard
married. Who
and
was that?
Journey.
Joey Elliott.
Oh, Pour some sugar on me.
Absolutely. 1988. I remember exactly where we were, cruising around old Springfield, Missouri.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Cruising was a thing.
I know. We always had to cruise to Taco Bell.
Ours was Hardee's.
We were classy.
Lovely. We didn't cruise in Dublin because you couldn't drive, so it was like,
Oh,
We had a
wait,
strip.
what?
We had a strip where you always went to the strip.
You had to go. You
Broadway.
had to absolutely
loops,
go.
yeah.
You had to
You
go the
circle.
exact same way. You saw the same people, but it was just so
was the best.
crazy.
that's
Okay,
so
so
funny.
all
We
right.
just walk. We did the same
So
thing.
why
we
couldn't you
walked.
drive? Were you not?
But you weren't allowed to drive until you're like 17.
Well,
And
this
then-
was 16 for. Well, yeah. I mean, it was 16 for us.
The
think we
traffic is
rode
so
it.
bad in the city. We just
Oh,
walk around the block.
See, I mean, Trisha and I were like,
You're in the country.
We were kind of
That's
in the
different.
country.
Yeah, we can
a little
walk.
bit.
Do you want to hear something sweet with my mom? It just made me think about cruising the strip.
yeah.
So when you were, was it 15 and a half, you got your permit? And back then, I can't remember.
Okay, I don't remember ever getting a permit.
I think it was
remember
15 and a half. It wasn't
I
15.
never got one. I just go ahead. Sorry.
But you had to have your parent in the car.
yes, yes.
But I remember I wanted to cruise the strip, but I didn't have my license. So we would make my mom, she sat in the back seat of the van, and we would cruise the strip, and we'd see people we know. We'd say, Mom, lay down, and she'd lay down in the back seat. And so we were cruising the strip.
Your mom is
with my
amazing.
mom, but she'd lay down when we were, yes. So
That is again, but that goes back to what you do as a mother.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You will sacrifice anything. You will do anything to make your child happy.
That's true.
yeah.
Speaking of the very dark side,
Uh-oh.
yeah, very dark side of kids and
right, so we've pivot.
entertainment, a total pivot. Did any of you watch Quiet on Set?
No, what's that about?
The documentary about Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Oh, it's awful.
It's awful.
It's awful.
I'm telling you guys, there's a culture.
Wait, so it's
Yeah.
about the kids on Nickelodeon?
Yeah, it was about some of the kids. It's primarily about Drake Bell, who's in Drake and Josh, and he does an interview in it. He was abused by a guy who
A producer,
was the-
wasn't it?
No, he was the dialogue coach.
I was like, sorry, everybody, don't get mad at me.
Yeah, no, the producer was Dan Schneider, who was the guy who basically ran all those shows.
Right.
He was an actor himself, and then he
Yeah, I
became a
remember
producer, and he did like Victorious and like Carly and Sam and Cat and Drake and Josh and all these like, you know, they all
like
kind
the-
of jump off each other. Yeah,
Right.
And he was producing all these shows at the time, and there was a lot of back flack about him as well, which it was the first time I've kind of watched something, and you know, you're like very aware. I was
Right.
hyper aware of what was going on because of the world we kind of live in now. And when some of the child actors were talking about some of the things that they felt were over sexualized, I was kind of going, because they'd show the clip then as well.
Yeah.
And while some of it, yes, there was some of it though, I was like, yeah, but like 15 years ago or 20 years ago, nobody really was thinking like that. Now maybe they
Right.
were on the set, and it was a really hard balance, but it's a really, really good documentary. It's very sad though. Very.
I do think,
poor
like,
kids.
I think that there's a culture that a lot of people don't know about.
Oh,
So did they not have parents there? Like,
they did. That was kind of the saddest part of all of this, was that Drake Bell's dad was on set the whole time, and he had started to kick up a fuss about this particular guy, saying, I don't like the way he's holding on to my kid, and I don't like the way he's doing that. And eventually the abuser pulled the kid away from his dad and was like, your dad's causing trouble and you're not going to be able to work. And the kid was bringing in all the money. It was so, the poor father, your heart to go out to the dad, because he just obviously never got over it, you know, and their relationship was very strained. They have a great relationship now. But you can see it was just so obvious how it all happened. You could see out of the innocence that it would happen.
I think that that's how predators work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it surprised me because when Corbin was on set, like there was always, I can't remember what they were called, but even when I was there was like a child advocate that always stayed
Yes.
with him. Always. And so maybe that they've changed rules. I mean, he hasn't done it for like 10 years, but like there was somebody that was always with him. I mean, I was always with him too, or we had somebody we hired to be there with him, but there was always this, I can't remember what they were called, but it was like a child advocate.
Like a chaperone.
But it was not from us, it was from the set.
Right.
Yeah.
So that, I guess maybe they've changed rules, or maybe that was just that particular production.
Well, I don't know if this guy, he wasn't the child advocate. That's not what he was, but he kind of assumed that role. And I think it might have been all of that, because I know like the sets have completely changed, and like there's so many labor laws in and everything for kids now, and who they can be around and what they can be around. But it was just it's very dark.
That was definitely a shift to the dark side.
Yeah.
Well, but just talking about children and
Yeah,
how
it's
like
just so
you
sad.
kind of
never
just
know.
want all children to have a chance.
Yep.
Well, here, I'll lighten it up. So, my fun facts thing, this popped up.
Okay.
So, speaking of television and everything, it says scientists warn that binge watching your favorite show is equivalent to a drug addiction. It produces a similar high that makes you crave the next hit, like a pseudo addiction. I think we're like that with Love is Blind.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
I finished that, so I'm on
I
Seeking
know.
Sister Wife again.
Oh, is that? I haven't watched that for a long time. I need to. Oh, I got to go back. Now I have a new thing.
Literally, Lisa's like
The best show ever.
And here we go.
It is so good. You guys are really missing out.
I need to watch that.
You do.
I just don't. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I'm just so much more classy with my housewives.
Well, I would beg to differ.
I say that with heavy sarcasm.
It's just so interesting to me to see how other people, because that's so out of my realm of even imagination of being okay with that. It's just really interesting to me to see like how other people think and live. And
This season's really eye opening.
I can't wait to watch it. I had no idea it was on again.
But do you feel like it's because I mean, obviously we know that I love the Housewives and Vanderpump Rules and all the ridiculousness of all of that.
You and I are the same one.
I know, exactly.
Lisa and I are always in the
But
same
I
ones.
also feel like so much of it is production.
I agree.
So do you feel like with yours,
I do feel that. I do that with
it's-
reality. Yes, definitely.
scripted.
What I like though about this one is this never feels like it's production. I know there's parts of it that are scripted,
right.
but like they're following. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. There's like 4 couples. I think they're following. No, 5 couples they're following, but no one set of couple is the same. Like everybody is going through. So there's one guy that has 3 wives. And
Yeah,
they're
I
just
was like, hold on a
taking in-
second. Why don't you guys explain what this magic of TV is?
It's polygamy. It's like it's it's people who practice polygamy, and it's funny. Some do it for religious reasons. Some don't. Some are like, I think one of them is just a player, and he's managed to convince these 3 women that this is a good idea. Wow. And the third girl that's actually come in now is like really upset because he wants another wife. He wants to take in a 4th wife. So there's them. And then there's another couple where the wife is really pushing it. Actually, 2 other couples, the wife is really pushing it. And then there's this other couple from Colorado, and she just breaks my heart. Do you remember them, Garrick and Danielle? She just breaks my heart because I feel she's forced into this.
It's horrible. Yeah, she broke my heart too.
Yeah, and it's even worse.
So
this
she's
time.
forced into having being one of multiple
I think
wives.
he's convinced her that this is a call from God, and that...
Are they all Mormon?
No.
No.
None of them are Mormon.
Wait a second. What now?
None of them are Mormon.
That's not, that's not a thing like with the Mormon church now.
No.
Like, yeah.
No, I know not now, but like I just sometimes, because I mean, I guess when I looked at Sister Wives,
Yeah, they were
that's
like
they were
actually
Mormon,
been
yes.
huge into the news.
They were like
And
the
so-
break off.
The fundamental...
Right, so I didn't mean that in a bad way, because I mean, God knows, I mean, some of my very good friends, like really one of my best friends. So I didn't mean that in a bad way. But that's why I had to ask, because that's what from that other family.
2 of them. Now, I think actually one set of them might actually be Mormon, but the other ones that I was surprised that I didn't know are Muslim.
Really? So the one
but I think that they do have multiple wives.
Yes, I didn't know.
Really?
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well, the one we're talking about though, she's the one that she had to actually divorce him, right? So he
Yes.
could, and it was heartbreaking because she had to divorce him so he could get the,
Roberta.
get the green card.
The green card to come the fiance visa to come into the country.
visa. And during the, when she had divorced him, it was so sad. She was crying, it broke her heart to have to divorce her husband so he could bring in this other wife.
Right.
It's just, it's bizarre. And I really do believe it's true and this is the way they live, but it's just...
So if it's not for religious beliefs, then what? So it's just...
one guy just says he's the king, and
Okay.
Is it like
it.
a power, like narcissistic kind of thing?
One of the guys just fascinates me because he doesn't work.
Yeah, he doesn't work. The women work.
So
course.
the women all work. Of
course.
I can't.
They're married to each other.
Secondary gain.
That's
Secondary
right.
gain.
He's not
I
married to any of them.
And aren't they the ones that got like a special bed made? Am I
yes,
yes.
yes, correct.
To
Oh
fit
wait,
them all
that's
in
the one
there.
that you guys sent me that huge bet, like
Yes,
the
yes.
picture of that. I was like, you have got to be absolutely kidding
So,
me.
like, why? It's okay. One,
All right,
why is the
Dr.
show
Pam is
appealing?
like,
And
hold on a
two,
second.
Yes.
Hold on.
Why do these people stay if that's not? I mean, I get it if that's his belief, but if it's not your belief, why do you stay in that?
That would she would do
situation?
anything for him, I think.
She would do absolutely
And they have a
anything
kid.
for this.
They
And they
have
have two
two, yeah.
boys. Yeah, and their families
kids
all
are
know
involved.
about it. And
Wait, their families don't know about
no,
it?
they do. Everybody's family is aware of it. I think the reason I like it so much is it's so out of the norm for me. Like it's like this.
No, that makes
how
sense.
two People
It's like
you
people
look at people
watching.
and you're like, why
It's
are you
serious
doing
people
this?
watching.
Yeah, well,
No.
some of them I kind of get it. I go, oh, yeah, it'd be nice to have a wife. I could do with a wife. It'd be very handy to have a wife in my house. I don't want another husband, but like another wife would be fine.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so today is
Like,
your day to
sweetie.
do the dishes.
Yeah.
and actually have like a Caesar salad. if you
I do
don't
say
mind.
that to Scott all the time. I'm like, I need a wife.
And he's like,
Okay.
what now?
Because you know what you just need. Sometimes you just need another woman in your life to kind
Right.
of go, let's do this.
Yes.
Like, or women can just see quicker.
But would that be an assistant and
my
not
God,
a wife?
yeah, because
Yeah, I don't want an assistant though. I want Luke.
okay, so we all know, ladies,
no.
I don't share.
No, I know you don't share. Yeah, I know I don't share either. There'd be none of that.
I
She's my wife.
She's the wife without benefits.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yes,
Scott
you're not
gets kicked to the
involved.
curb. You're
Exactly.
like, no, you're out of this. I love her because she like cooks
She
the best.
is great.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
I just, I don't. But again, I get it because that's why I watch The Housewives and Vanderpump and all that stuff because my brain, like, it just is so not the world I live in, and my brain can shut down, and I just find it so fascinating. But yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You're
watch
gonna have
this.
to watch
You
it.
have to watch. You have to. You'll be reeled in. Watch
I'll
one
watch it
episode.
with you so we can
Okay,
like,
all right.
figure
You
out.
know what, Dr.
We need to
Pam?
go.
This is going to
Yep.
be our homework. We're going to start
gonna
from
watch it.
episode 1.
And then we have to talk to a polygamist.
We've had several
many
that have contacted us to be on the show.
I actually would really like to know the thought process.
And I'd
Like,
love
how
to
do you-
talk to like a male and a female.
Yeah, because how do you handle insecurities? How do you handle jealousy? Because you can't tell me that those don't play a factor in a relationship where there's multiple people.
Well, the male is
I'll
genius.
say that I've worked
It's
with
just-
some and it doesn't always end up well.
The male just gets like whatever he wants because he can just have all his women. It's the
And,
women. I
okay,
don't
but
understand how they can.
think about how we are as
handle that.
women. I mean, first of all, you're gonna have. I mean,
Jealousy.
I'm not the only person on the planet who does not share.
I don't share.
Right.
So,
Jealousy.
but
and-
still, like the thing that's like almost instinctual is a jealousy factor. I mean, it's just like we can tame it, we can work through it, but it's part of human nature. If you, because isn't there like that person's not maybe going to love you as much as you love them, and then that person that you love so much is going to love this girl over here. That's wife number 2, or whatever. Like, how do you work through the dynamics to keep a cohesive family together when there's multiple partners? Like, I would love to talk to someone because I really, again, there is no criticism. Whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. I just don't understand because it goes like, I don't think my nature could.
No, my nature definitely
Well,
wouldn't.
so they,
I know.
so some of them are married with children already. So
A lot
it's
of
not
them
just
are.
like single people who are okay.
Yeah, no, I think all of them have children.
Do they have, so it's children together, or is there children that they brought into the relationship?
There was the couple from Atlanta. They're not in it anymore because there was like a whole bunch of abuse charges and everything there. But there was a couple from Atlanta, and the sister wife, I want to say that they picked, she had 2 children and she brought them in as well. So there are people out there though who want to be part of this. Like, for the guy who wants to be the king, I don't know how you manage to get one woman to sleep with him.
Yeah.
Let alone 3 on a regular basis. I'm like, dude, like he's just.
Yeah, like, do you alternate days?
They do. They alternate, and it's not a three. That's like
Yeah,
threesome.
it's not
a
like that.
foursome.
Yeah.
No,
It's not like that.
but
It's like what everyone
so like,
has a
all right,
night.
so my day is Tuesday, and so they spend the entire day together, and
Well, they're
Yeah, but
different
let's say
too.
like it was us though. Like it would be like we alternate days, but we still talk to one another. We're friends.
Oh yeah, we all live together, and like your job,
sisters.
and that's your sisters. So you all work together and you all deal with his issues and you look after.
Absolutely not. No, I mean, I absolutely could not adore you three more.
Oh yeah.
But like, no.
No. No. Nope. Nope.
But it's amazing because some of them, like the one had a special bed built for all of them, but it's not like a sexual thing with all, well, it's for him, but not for the girls. But the other ones, like one of them, I think was actually building a bedroom, like for like, that was like the suite, like he would go in with like each of the women, then they had their own rooms too. So
No.
yeah.
No. Nope. Nope.
Because you still know what's going on, even if you're not.
Oh yeah. But you're okay with that. Like you're encouraging it. It's the strangest.
It's mind blowing.
It's a strange, but there's definitely that girl in Colorado, Danielle, she is just not comfortable with any of it.
it's
You
really
can tell
sad.
it's so sad. She's always crying. She's always sad. And he's such a geek.
Yes.
What? How are you getting
why are
these
you
beautiful
here?
women?
All right, Pam.
You have to watch it.
We're going to do episode
do.
1, and we're just
Yes, we're
going
going to.
It's people watching. It really is.
Yeah.
It's
But
like
I
people
really-
watching at its best.
But I really would love to talk to both sides.
I would too.
We'll do that.
Yeah, we need to do this. I think it's fascinating.
I mean, it's
So we can
fascinating. I
understand.
just don't know how it works.
That one is definitely going to be on video because Ashley's facial expressions would be money.
No, because I just feel like I'm going to insult somebody, and that is never my intent.
I think people who live lives that are so different to like the norm,
they
which
know
I'm
that
putting
I'm not
into,
trying to insult them.
they always know that. They always know that. So anybody who lives a little bit differently to what is seen as being normal want you to ask questions.
Right.
They don't get insulted when you ask questions because
Right.
they know that it comes from a good place.
coming.
Yeah.
Well, and I will say that, everyone like makes the cutest little comments that they want to actually see us.
Yes. I have to start wearing makeup.
I know. I was like,
That's what I'm
okay,
like,
tonight
just
I'm in a
finished
bald
work. I'm in a
hat,
lab
and
coat
I'm,
and my
in my
drain.
like just super comfy outfit. So, but I do think it's super sweet that they would like just.
I don't know. I want Lisa on video because I've been looking at her shirt and her fingernails and they match perfectly.
They
I
do.
noticed that in the car. And I
Wow.
did do that
I
intentionally.
know.
Yes, it's
I
like
never
perfectly
get purple on
matched.
my nails either.
Yes.
But I,
like
do that
them.
because I have to put in so much blue shampoo on my hair. That if it stains my nails, I'm like, oh,
like,
they're good.
no,
This is the color.
It's like perfectly, you're perfectly coordinated. Oh, and Easterish.
long.
So you're lilac-y
And
for
they're
like
I never wear
Easterish.
them long either.
It's very pretty.
look
Yeah,
good.
we need to
Short
be on
for
video
the
just to
piano.
show off your nails and shirt that match.
I know. All right, so we're gonna have to start doing some videos,
Okay.
and everyone is gonna see how absolutely ridiculous my facial expressions are for the like. Anytime it's give me 2 seconds, and you're gonna know exactly what I'm thinking.
Yes, we need some shock.
It's a good
value,
thing, though.
I think.
Is it a good thing? Mm-hmm. I mean, is it really? I just don't know. That and the fact that my eyes turn gray.
When you're like,
Mad.
oh.
No, so she's never turning gray at us.
So
we
the
know.
turn gray,
Watch
we need
out.
to like, oh, back
Back
off.
back
Back
away
off.
slowly.
Yes, slowly.
Don't
Back
make eye
off.
contact.
They're gray.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it's so crazy. Like and I can actually feel them.
Change.
Oh, wow.
That's
You're like-
fascinating.
Yeah,
It's
my
kinda
family.
scary.
I know. I really don't know why
It must be pressure.
it has to be something. They go a very smoky gray.
At least Michael has a warning sign.
Yeah. It
My
must take a lot, though.
That is true.
Takes a lot.
It does take a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a
But-
yellow light before the red light.
Right, exactly. Yeah. My whole family knows about it. I mean, even the people like my girls, like at my store and stuff, like they
Watch
they,
out.
I know.
Today's the day.
It's like it usually happens. Like Michael's seen it a couple times, but that's because we've been together for 55,000 years. My kids have seen it a couple times because they made bad choices.
Yes, exactly.
But it usually happens. Clients are usually the ones that see it first because they've mistreated someone on my team. And there's nothing that I hate more than entitlement. Mm-hmm. When you feel that you have the right to mistreat somebody because of their position.
Yeah.
And that's really the only time that my girls have ever seen it. But I can literally feel it when it's coming. Mm-hmm. It's the
So
weirdest.
interesting.
It's so weird. Dr. Pam, you're going to probably be like, Ashley, you and I need to sit down.
Yes.
Because you are very complicated.
We need a session.
We need a session. We need a session.
We need a session.
So nice.
Yeah, so
We need a session.
so 2 seconds, my facial expression is exactly what I'm thinking. And then when my eyes turn gray.
I can hide what I'm thinking pretty well.
I bet you can.
Yeah, I can kind of. I can kind of.
I bet Pam can too.
Oh, good. I'm good to hide.
I feel Trisha and I
you'd
are
have
more
to be.
I'm a good.
I don't know,
hider,
actually,
yes.
if I have to. I have to.
You do? Yeah, you.
No, I have
That
to.
is true.
That's
You know,
true.
right?
Your job.
All right, so maybe it's just me. In the first 2 seconds, I can't control it. Like it just like
Well, I think you're in a unique position though that you don't have to.
that's true.
You know, you
Yeah,
really
that's true.
don't have to. And I, to be honest, I probably don't have to too. But
I disagree.
it
If
will.
you have somebody in front of you who's like the worst singer ever,
Oh,
and they're there, like that's
Yeah,
so
that
hard
one
to
is-
like
yeah.
not.
Ashley can't help you with that one.
I can't help you with that. I think with mine, it's
That'd be
easier for
hard.
me, like you said, Lisa, just because it's driven by bad behavior,
Mm-hmm,
and then I'm like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like
You're treating someone bad.
Yeah, you're
That's
treating
different.
someone bad, but you can see it instantly. Because like something will happen, and the girls will see me, and like there's that split, like, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm sorry, what were you saying? Okay, what exactly is the issue?
You actually have a skill, though.
I
Like,
was
you can
like, oh,
talk.
you want an exception, right? Okay, yeah, we don't do that because that's the worst when you make exceptions. So right, okay, all right, okay, yeah, bye bye. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're the only person I've known who can, like, say complete paragraphs with your facial expressions.
It's a gift.
Yeah, it really is. It's a
I mean,
talent.
sometimes.
I mean, I thought it was cool with ventriloquism, but you have a whole new level of that one.
Oh yes, I know.
I think
But
it's a good thing.
but it's 2 seconds. But you got the whole, like Trisha said, you got the whole dialogue. It is start, middle, finish. Yeah, encore.
I have to think about what I'm going to say. So, like, I will much rather have somebody come at me via text or something, or that way then I can process and then I can write it in my notes and I may send it or I may never send it. That's been the best therapy for me.
Oh,
Yes.
Has been to write emails.
Oh, 100%.
I
And then-
have
and you-
drafts
and you
and
save
drafts
them.
and I've never sent them. I've no
Yeah.
two in the
It's like the
mind.
24-hour rule.
Yeah.
Like I had to learn that because I can cut. Again,
We do that all the time.
Shocking. Yeah,
Write a
24
letter.
hours. You write it. I'll save it to a file, and then the next morning, give me 24 hours. And if I'm still like, no, absolutely, send. And there's sometimes I'll read. I'll be like, oh my god, Ashley, what were you?
The
gotta
scary thing is when I'm like, okay, write the letter, bring it in, let's process it, and they're like, oh hey, I went ahead and sent it, and I'm like, wait,
no.
what?
You're like, no,
You said,
no,
like, what?
no,
Yes,
no.
yeah. That's like, oh no.
Yeah, my mom taught me that years ago because
process
she
it.
knew my temper, and she was always like, Ashley, just 24 hours. Write it.
Give
But
it some
then
time.
if you still feel that way, and it has saved me, not always, but it has saved me many times because there are some I'm like, absolutely, still sent. Oh, I'm going to add some stuff.
Exactly.
And there's others that I'm like, for the love of God.
Like, what was I thinking? Like, let's just give it
Ashley,
some.
just.
It was
It's the power
t-shirt
of the
one.
pause.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is. And I do think that more people need that. I think that's something that you learn, though, in age, is the power of the pause. That's really good.
Stop,
Trisha.
wait, think.
I'm still working
Stop,
on it.
wait, think.
Well, I mean, honey, if we were perfect, we wouldn't be here any longer. Our job would be done.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but the power of the pause.
Yeah. It's not easy though when you're upset or someone's hurt your child or someone's hurt your
I
employee
know,
or
but
whatever.
it's so
Yes,
important
so-
because words you can't take back.
Yeah.
Yes, if I'm one who, like, my husband always makes fun of me, but, like, I can't. Like, I'll say it, I'll walk away. Then I come back with one more. Then I walk away. Then I come back with one more. I walk away. So I've,
And the next morning you're like, and
yes.
Yeah.
Let's continue from last night.
right.
You know, if I walk away, I'm coming back if I'm mad. Or I'm going to say something. I'm going to come back a few more times.
God, I just
So we're saying like psychology, there's like the distancer and the pursuer. So the distancer is like, I need time just to like think about it, go to sleep, I'll
Right.
get up in the morning. And the pursuer is like, we have to make it right before we go to bed. Like they're
me.
that person that has to make it right before bed. So it's like the distancer is like getting more annoyed and the pursuer is getting like, I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to call a timeout and say, okay, we'll come back tomorrow at like 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. and like work it out. But like, they could do that all night long because like they're not satisfied until they like work it out and they're
Right.
not satisfied until they can sleep.
well,
and,
but I
like,
think that
do
that's
it,
like
you
that's
know?
just like that's how couples are. Because like my
Yeah.
husband, he's not
But
a
there's always one or the
fighter,
other.
and I'm one that I have to get it up and out.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to make sense. Probably going to be crazy, but then I'll be like, God, I feel really good. How do you feel? Like I feel like I feel so good, and
Yes.
Michael will look at me and be like, I'm kind of wounded, you know.
Exactly.
I know,
Yeah.
and so like that's one of the things that I had to work on over the years is because I had to get it. That energy had to come up. Like it had to. So now my person, not that, I mean, knock on wood. Sorry, Trisha. I bumped on the table. We haven't had those kind of fights in forever because we learned like, so if I get super upset, I call my mom.
Yeah.
And that's like my up and out moment. So then Michael and I can talk about things because he doesn't like that kind of stuff. And, you know, like you don't want to have that where you put that other person in an uncomfortable situation. Just like when he would go silent, like you said, and be like, you know, we're just going to pause. And I'm like, oh, no, we're not.
Yeah.
No, we're not. This has to, I got some stuff to say. So
that's why you have to learn to meet in the middle. Because if you're someone who's like, we have to make this right before we go to bed. And there's someone who's like, I need to sleep.
I got to think
about
of it
this and deal with it and like deal with it in the morning.
Like you have to figure
You're
out.
never going to be happy. So you have to like say like, hey.
So that's like setting an alarm at like 3 a.m. and talking about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And be like,
let's start
good morning.
4 a.m. and like come together.
Okay, so I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, exactly. Now we can talk.
But I do think that that's also the beauty of age. Is like, especially when you're with your partner, like it's not just about what makes you happy or what makes you like that's what brings peace to you. Like you either get it up and out or you have to pause. It's just finding the proper way to communicate with each other.
But that's so true. There's like, you know, you have to like set a time out and say like, hey, let's talk at this time. Like, instead of being like, you're going to make me mad because you keep pursuing me and I'm going to make you mad.
Make you mad because I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's so bad.
I know.
I just fall asleep.
Michael did that one time.
I did that
and I
So you can fall asleep without like resolving it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh my God. Michael did that. I mean, seriously, no, this would have been in our
Plus it's
30s.
better.
He did that. And I literally stayed up all night going,
She was almost the last dateline.
That's not good.
I know.
Not good.
I literally remembered that forever. And he did. And and he was, and God bless him. I mean, he was coaching 3 sports. And so, but you know, in that moment, you don't realize that. And when you're that personality,
That's
like
so
I am, you're
true.
just, and he just fell asleep. And I seriously,
But
the
honestly-
entire night, I can't believe he didn't wake up because I was like,
But think about it. If he was that exhausted, having that conversation at that time would have been disaster anyway. Because he would have been like
I totally get
angry
it.
and upset and like, you know, like I'm
he
frustrated.
would have popped
Yes,
off, which
exactly.
would happen if you push too hard.
And you can't
But
do
I think that that's the beauty. Again, it goes back to like that's like when you really pause and you learn about each other because partners are not going to be the same. Like that's what draws you to it. You're drawn to what your opposite is, and a lot of, at least for Michael and I,
Yeah.
and which is a benefit and a bonus, and it's amazing.
So the issue I would say in my profession in psychology, I would say like, okay, it's good to take the pause, but then find a time to come back and actually talk to
absolutely.
it.
You
so
can't
if you pause
ignore
and,
it.
like you just ignore it, like, oh, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. Sweet, you know, keep doing that. But it's like you have to like time out. Let's go for like a couple hours, come back, or an hour, 30 minutes, whatever, and then come back and talk about it.
Yeah, this is what I need.
But you have to like resolve whatever was going on.
Girl,
and
I'm not
just
good at ignoring anything.
You can ignore it. Yes.
Yeah, just sweeping it under the rug. That's not my.
Not good.
That's not my forte. I'm working on some stuff though. No.
All right, well, let's talk about a serious subject really quick.
All right, Trisha, what you got for us?
Would you rather
Oh gosh. Okay.
no.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
have smelly feet or bad breath?
Oh.
Smelly feet.
Smelly feet.
Smelly cat. Never mind. I started freaking. I had the song stuck up in my head, but that's smelly
I would
cat.
have to say because I guess smelly feet. Then you just only
can hide that.
You can hide it. But
You can't really hide smelly
true.
breath.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm curious with Ashley's answer for this one.
Oh gosh.
Would you rather run into an alien or Bigfoot?
Oh, both.
It's like a dream.
Okay, with the way that this world is going right now, I say this all the time, I'm going to come home one day and an alien and Bigfoot are going to be sitting on my back porch and I will be thrilled. But I will tell you this, I think they're going to bypass the earth for a while because we're kind of a hot mess.
I'm just kind of hoping one of them abducts me soon and I get a bit of rest.
They're like, I don't care.
I'm here. I'm ready. Just take me.
Oh my God. So I want to meet both of them. Yeah. All right, Trisha, what about you?
I think I'd rather see an alien. Like I think of ET. Bigfoot scares me. I want
say
an ET,
alien.
not a Bigfoot.
I don't really care. Either one.
Yeah.
Doesn't really bother
I
me.
say
Yeah,
aliens, but either, I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
the
to
whole
me, both.
Bigfoot thing is an American kind of thing. I don't really.
Yeah, the Bigfoot,
we
just
don't- you don't
leprechauns.
I feel like
We said
Bigfoot would
leprechauns.
have a
We
lot to
have the
say.
Loch Ness.
I mean, he's been. I mean,
Loch Ness.
the
That's
Loch
Loch
Yes.
Ness.
Yes.
Ness monster.
Loch Ness monster.
Okay, so what would you want to do if it was an alien Bigfoot or Loch Ness monster? Nelly.
I'd probably go with the alien.
So I think
I feel
alien
like
might
more-
have something to,
Well, for
some way to
because
communicate, but I kind of feel like the other
I
two
mean, if
probably
it's an
would not.
alien, they've been here. I mean, Bigfoot would probably been here forever, but alien, like 1,000%. If they could, if they can, because we can't. I mean, we can hardly go to the moon for goodness sakes. So if they can like come to another planet,
Sure.
A free spaceship ride?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. What's Bigfoot going to do?
I mean,
Take me to the moon.
please,
Take me to the moon.
please
I don't
take me
care.
away for a little while
Yeah,
until
the
things
Loch
kind
Ness
of
is
calm
be like,
down, or
oh,
it just
the Loch
all.
Ness would be like, I can take you to the bottom of the water. I'm like,
Ooh,
yeah,
no,
moon.
can't go. Yep, can't go into the water.
No, we got
Nope.
that.
Okay,
All
all right.
agreed on the alien.
Okay, aliens, take us away.
All right, let's see.
Okay, what's the next one?
All right, let's see. Okay, would you rather be stuck as a character in Friends or in Breaking Bad?
Friends.
Easy Friends.
I never
how
even
is it?
saw Breaking
Friends.
Bad.
What?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean you have not seen Breaking Bad?
I have. Oh, I got the hand.
This is why she did not answer.
My God. You have spent all these years on Real Housewives and you have not watched Walter White.
I don't even know who that is.
You need to watch Breaking Bad.
yeah.
Well, what is it? Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh my God, it's the most amazing show ever.
Oh, okay.
It's
All
about
right.
a teacher who becomes a meth maker.
Oh, Lord.
It's
Amazing.
I was just like, this is why I have not watched.
Okay, all right.
Watched any of
Okay,
it,
well,
yeah.
that is
Faith
a-
are nearly
watched
finished it.
it.
Keane's watched it about 3 times.
Okay,
Let's
all
go back
right,
and
all
watch
right.
it.
So my homework is
Breaking
Sister
Bad
Wives
and Breaking Bad.
Okay, got
You
it.
might
All right.
need Sister Wives to calm down the Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's such a good show.
Okay,
Oh.
all right, got it. All right. Okay, Trisha, what's the next one?
Okay, would you rather make a movie about your most embarrassing moment or publish your diary?
Oh, well, I don't have a diary.
I don't either, but I have a lot of embarrassing.
I
moments.
do too. I feel like I'm the walking version. Like I'm the reason and I am the proof that God has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because my embarrassing moments, anytime I feel like I got it going on. Yeah. Like
You're
I-
humbled very
I
quickly.
am so humbled and I can just almost hear laughter. So yeah, because I don't write anything down.
I don't write anything down out there. No, thank you.
But I feel like my embarrassing moments are already published because
Yeah, me
people
too.
see them. So
Mine, thank God, or not.
there's that. Okay.
There's that. Yes.
Oh, Pam, what about you?
You're being quiet over there.
I know.
Embarrassing moment. I know.
Okay.
I was thinking about our post from this week for Middle Ages on Facebook, and somebody was saying about like we didn't have like all this evidence of us doing whatever.
Thank you, baby Jesus.
But somebody said like we got into a conversation about my brother, and I'm like, my brother would like turn me in for anything. Like he might as well have been the phone that was in my room, or the
He
like
was like your
camera
family
watching
narc.
me. And I'll never forget one time I was sneaking out of the house, and it was me and my friend, and we got out the window. And we were walking down the driveway, and suddenly every light in the house goes on. And we're waiting for like the guys to pick us up at the end of the driveway, right? And it's like all the lights going on in the house. I'm like, oh my God.
Your brother.
My brother. He's like 13 months older than me. So I was like, oh gosh, what's going on now? So we go back to the house. And so like later I'm asking him, because I was like, oh my gosh, why? Like, what did you tell them? Why'd you turn me in? He's like, Pam, seriously? No one sprays their hair at like 2 a.m.
Oh,
I was like, oh, good point.
like,
So it's like, even back then, like he had the sleuth, like, how do you like know what's
right.
going on? So like, even though like people didn't know, but it's true. Like back then there were still like signs.
there was
or
only
whatever, but,
only
like, there was
Polaroids.
always the older brother who was going to turn you
Oh
in
my
for
God.
a
Thank you,
while.
baby Jesus. I didn't have an older brother.
No.
You did.
I was the older sister.
No,
I was always
the-
turning my
I
younger
was
brother
the-
in.
Did you turn in your brother?
I was always telling on him.
I was
a
the
toddler with him.
oldest, and my sister is so much younger than I am. So like I was 16. She was basically 10. So like it was completely separated. I mean, oh my God, no, I didn't have any older.
See, and I never
siblings.
did anything wrong. Like literally the one time I sneak out and I'm like, oh, really? I like look back at the house like, really? The lights are on? Why? And then he's like, you're so stupid. No one sprays their hair at 2 a.m. And I'm like,
You're like, you're so
good
stupid.
point. Good point. And back then you had to like
Oh,
spray
honey, the
your
Aqua
hair.
Net.
It was not like today. You'd be like, put on the hat and go. Like it was
No,
like,
I mean
it had
the
to be a whole nother
videos. Like there's
level.
these reels now of like some kid going around in the 80s, like with a video camera, and you can see like walking down the hallways of high schools, and like it was like legit.
Was it Aquanet?
Oh my gosh, I like again, you know how I hate social media, but these reels and whoever this person is, it is literally his video camera from the 80s. Like he'll show 88, 89.
Oh my goodness.
And it's the most magical thing ever because we were so obnoxious with our hair and our makeup and our fashion.
Oh my gosh. But now it's like a full circle. Obviously like fashion.
I mean,
when I see all these girls in bell bottoms, I'm like, wait, what?
I know. That just, you know what that means? That means fluorescence coming back in about 5 years.
You're not wrong.
I know. 80s.
Leg warmers.
There was a few now prom dresses that I did look at go, girl, you're going to regret that in about 5 years.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Oh,
I
wait,
thought the
what
same
happened?
thing.
Why? What
It was
were they
just
wearing?
a really unusual style of like that I haven't seen anywhere. So obviously they've all seen because they were all very
Oh,
similar.
it's very.
It was just very strange. A lot of metallics that I was like
metallics,
But there was a lot of like
sequence metallic.
No.
Bo Peep kind of
like
Wait.
tableclothy
Yes.
looking.
Like Laura Ashley. Do you remember Laura
Yes.
Ashley?
Yeah, I
Like
love
that,
Laura
like
Ashley though.
ruffles that were just like
Yeah.
floral and like
Yeah, very strange. Very odd.
it was different. Not like what.
But it was the first time I've ever looked at dresses and gone, "Oh, you're going to regret this." I can see this.
Yes.
In
Yeah, because like
a few
I
years'
still
time.
love
This
my
will
I
go.
still love my prom dress.
What were you thinking?
Oh yeah, but we had. Do you remember like homecoming? You had the layers of like tulle or whatever it is, like you know, and the like Scarlett O'Hara, like the little like loop.
Yeah,
the
that
hoop
would have
thing
been
that you would,
early, like the early 80s, mid 80s.
Yeah, the hoop dresses.
Yes.
where you had like shoe hoops, like where you sit on it and it would like move your
flop
head.
up. Yeah, yeah. So we I just remember mine was strapless. It was black sequins, and it had like a little bit of like just. Sorry.
This is why we don't have the camera on you.
This is why, right here, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have the camera on me.
Because I've just shown her some gowns.
And they are just
Isn't
precious.
it?
That is very interesting.
There's going to be a lot of
That's
like, what was I thinking?
Do you know what was really sad? Speaking of like old styles, Scott and I were in Marietta this past weekend with Cal for baseball, and we were going through a, oh my gosh, I totally blanked out, antique store. We went through an antique store.
Yeah.
And we were walking through, and I realized as we walked through that all we talked about was, oh, you remember this? Do you remember this? And so we're freaking old because everything in the antique store we remembered. I was like, oh my God, like we just went through an antique store.
That's crazy.
So yes, we're getting old.
Just know your age.
Getting old.
So sad.
Yes.
It is so sad.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Okay, so my last would you rather, I saw in there.
All right, all right, got it.
Would you rather spend the rest of your life as a 20-year-old or a 40-year-old?
20.
40.
I would say 40.
Yeah, I gotta have my babies.
Well, and I feel like when, like, as I've gotten older, like, I still feel like I would say now at 52, I'm a good 35.
But wasn't it great though when you were 20? Like
20
you were
is
so careful, like you had no worries.
And that's
carefree
true.
and no worries. 40.
But 40 for me was like, it started to be again carefree, but I had the knowledge.
That's true.
I'm
So
still
like
looking
my
for
kids,
carefree.
so like my kids were older, and so yeah, like that was the turn for us. Is that it started that the kids were getting older, and yeah, so we started back kind of being a little bit more carefree and doing this stuff, but we had the knowledge of
No, this is my favorite decade of all time.
Really?
what the 20s.
My 40s.
Oh, I mean, I seriously,
love this
but I honestly think, I mean, you guys are a couple of years away, but 50s is even better.
Yes.
Oh my God, the 50s are even better.
I would say
like,
20s with knowledge.
Yeah,
I would want to be 20 with like
but that's 40s. Like, but that was like my 40s, and then honestly, then like just the icing on the cupcake at 50 is even a better version of 40.
Well, cheers to living our best life in our middle-aged years.
We covered a lot of stuff. Oh, and cheers to your babies.
Oh, yes,
cheers
cheers
to
to
babies.
Thank you for joining the ladies of the Middle AGEish podcast as they journey through the ups and downs of this not young, but definitely not old season of life. To hear past episodes or make suggestions for future episodes, visit www.middleageish.com. That's www.middleageish.com. You can follow along on social media at Middle AGEish. Also, if you have a moment to leave a review, rate, and subscribe, that helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the Middle AGEish podcast.